Yo, how's it going, people? So, I just wanted to finish off my story that I clipped from my live stream last night about my aunt passing and how that ended up in an altercation with the cops or an encounter with the cops. So, after I get home and hear the news from my girlfriend about my aunt passing, I go home and I'm furious. I don't want anything to do with anyone at that point. So I grabbed myself a couple beers, and I was at the beach at this point, so I went and sat down on the beach by myself with my beers and just wanted to have some time to myself to contemplate the whole situation. Well, just down the beach there was a fire going on, and fires weren't allowed on the beach. So the cops showed up to bust up this fire. And I'm like a couple hundred feet away. I have nothing to do with the fire. And the fire gets busted up, and the cops are like looking around. And unfortunately, their flashlight finds me sitting there mourning my aunt. So they wander over to me, and they come up and they're like, "Oh, you gotta pour out that beer." And I was like, "No, I don't." And the cop went to grab it from me, and I pulled it away from him. There were two of them. And I pulled it away from him, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "My aunt just passed away, and if I want to sit here and have a beer in front of her cottage, I'm going to sit here and have a beer." Well, the cop, deciding to be a wise ass, asked me, "Is there any way we can validate that?" Well, at this point I'm seeing like red. There's very little coherency left to my thoughts, and I started like hyperventilating. And I think at this point, luckily for me, they realized that I wasn't bullshitting, and decided that they should maybe leave me alone. And they just were like, "Okay, well, are you alright? Like, you're not going to go like wander off into the water or something, and are you?" And I'm like, "If I want to go for a fucking swim, it's because I want to go for a fucking swim. Now could you fuck off?" And thankfully they did, and they let me be for the rest of the night, and I was able to mourn in peace. But yeah, so it was a interesting experience, and luckily for me, I got some good cops that night that didn't want to continue to push the situation, because I would have been going off that beach in cuffs, that's for sure. There was no way they were moving me without a fight. But you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you later.